you are thinking about moving to Raleigh, North Carolina, and you've been researching some of the downtown areas for housing, you may have come across historic 5 Points. That is what our video is going to be about today, is the neighborhoods that make up the historic district of 5 Points, and just kind of talking about what they look like, what you can expect for pricing, and amenities nearby. So stick around.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. I'm Zach. This is my beautiful wife, Cindy. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the corner. You can also hit the bell to be notified of every time we release a new video, which is weekly, typically, hopefully weekly. That's what we shoot for. That number on the screen, that is our number. We put it there because we're licensed real estate brokers in the area, which means as much as we love to make these videos for you, we love to help you with your real estate needs even more. So if you have any questions about the area, any questions about real estate, we'd love to chat with you. So feel free to reach out to us. Today's video, like Cindy said, is on a place called Historic 5 Points. Really neat area of Raleigh. So yeah, we're gonna dig right in. We're surrounded by a bunch of angry birds today too. I don't know. We picked a bad spot, I'm not gonna lie. So if you hear a lot of birds in the background, they're out today. They're
supposed to be where the app takes place.
Anyway, we'll get started.
So as far as the location of 5 Points, 5 Points is located at an intersection of 5 different streets, hence the name. But the main roads kind of through there are going to be Glenwood, Fairview, and Whitaker Mill Road. And it's very close to downtown Raleigh. It's not quite, I guess I wouldn't really consider it downtown Raleigh, but you're right there on the cusp of it. So
yeah, you can see the buildings from the background pretty easily throughout that area.
Definitely. So if living near downtown Raleigh or in downtown Raleigh is a goal of yours, these are definitely some areas to check out. So it's kind of a cluster of suburban neighborhoods, all kind of built in the earlier 1900s. So they have a lot of character and style. You know, instead of having a mailbox on the street, they have the mailboxes on the porch, you know, or we actually saw the mail lady walking around,
cool.
Which is cool. Kind of takes you back a little bit. So a lot of just charm and history throughout the area for sure. No house is really alike in 5 Points, and 5 Points itself is not a neighborhood or a subdivision, but like I mentioned, a cluster of different subdivisions. So we're going to talk about a few of those different ones today. They kind of bleed together. You know, if you're on one where, you know, don't have a big sign that says here's this neighborhood, here's this neighborhood. So they kind of bleed together, but we're going to talk about them as distinctly as we can, but just know they kind of all just run together and have a pretty similar feel to them. You know, there's a couple that stick out more than the others, but yeah.
And Cindy mentioned Glenwood Avenue, so that's a main artery that feeds into Raleigh, and basically Highway 70 turns into Glenwood, and then cuts basically right into the heart of Raleigh. So
so super convenient location for sure. And one other thing to note about the location of Historic 5 Points is this is considered inner Beltline or inside the Beltline. ITB, however you might see it listed on when you're Googling and stuff about the area. Essentially, that just means it's within a Beltline of a highway, but what is really important to you to know is that means it's more expensive than the rest of Raleigh.
And the Beltline is referring to Interstate 440, which is just interstate that loops around downtown Raleigh. There's also Interstate 540, which is the outer loop, but 440 is the inner loop, and anything within the Beltline is within 440. So all right, the first neighborhood that we're going to talk about, or subdivision we're going to talk about, is called Hayes Barton. So it is gorgeous. So it's just, it reminded me of Charleston, which is not a great example because the housing styles were not very Charlestonian. It was just, they had these big beautiful trees in the yard that looked like they'd been there for hundreds of years. which is what you've seen in Charleston. These old, established, giant, beautiful homes that have been there for centuries, which reminded me of Charleston. So that was just kind of the feel of it, but it was just, it was a gorgeous area.
Yeah, very like classic and traditional in a way, but very stately and beautiful and just well done. A lot
Your
of them.
words were a lot better. Cindy's words were a lot better than mine.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I feel like a lot of the homes in there are, more traditional, like classic American traditional style, but some other stuff mixed in. There's not a lot of like modern homes that have been thrown in the mix. Now, things I think have been like renovated and brought to like today's standard in some ways on the exterior, but really just well done, and it's just maintained its character really well through the years. Yeah,
out of the areas around the 5 Point area, it is the most expensive. The average was $1.3 million, and I mean, it feels like a 1.3 million average area, honestly. So that's. It fits. So.
Yeah, definitely. And that one is really close. There's some shops at the intersection at 5 Points, and all of these neighborhoods are going to be walkable to them. But you kind of have notably the same name. Hayes Barton Pharmacy is right there, and that's like a still existing like original pharmacy. So pretty cool. It's not like Walgreens or anything, which is neat. And there's like a Hayes Barton Baptist Church. So you'll see that name a lot when you're in the area.
Yeah.
So the next segment within 5 Points that we're going to talk about is called Bloomsbury. So I would say we're kind of going in order from like most expensive to least expensive. So Bloomsbury, kind of a similar feel, honestly, to Hayes Barton. I feel like maybe the lots weren't quite as large, homes weren't quite as big, but still really nice averages in like the upper 800s within there. But I guess, Hayes Barton, every home I felt like was very large and stately, whereas Bloomsbury, like classic, beautiful homes, but kind of a mixture of like bungalow style too, which was really neat.
Yeah. And then the third area that we'll talk about is Roanoke Park. That section has a little more new builds in it than some of the others. So it looked like there were some tear downs of some older homes, building some of these newer homes on it. And there was a little park there called Roanoke Park. It was really neat, real close by to a lot of the homes. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. And then you also had Vanguard Park, which was pretty similar feel to Roanoke Park. I feel like it was a mixture of like bungalow homes and then also a few newer builds, maybe where things have been torn down and rebuilt, but still maintained a lot of the character for sure. And that was also that tended to be in like the lower 8s. And then lastly, we had Georgetown, which was the most affordable option in the upper 5s. So still more expensive than the rest of Raleigh, but a little more manageable if you really wanted to be in walking distance of that 5 Points intersection. That could be an affordable option for sure. Georgetown, the homes definitely feel significantly smaller, I would say. Still really cute, like craftsman bungalow style, but I would say the square footage definitely decreases quite a bit once you get into there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so next we're going to talk about the 5 Points area itself, the I guess the commercial space and what it has.
Yeah, so lots of amenities there right at that intersection. Just really charming and cute. A lot of just the older historic buildings that have just been maintained well. There's like the Rialto Theater, which was like an original movie theater, still privately owned and run there. I think these days they're playing more like small films. You're not going to go see like a Marvel movie probably, but it's neat. And then there's like the Hayes Barton Pharmacy. There's Hayes Barton Cafe. It's really good. I think my personal favorite, there's a restaurant called Nofo at the Pig, which is an old Piggly Wiggly grocery store.
Piggly Wiggly is a grocery store. So if you're watching this and you live, I don't even know where Piggly Wigglies are.
I don't know. They used to be everywhere. I just had a shirt. I'm big on the pig.
If a Piggly Wiggly is not near you, that is a grocery store that used to be really popular here. And I think they're more on the eastern side of the state now.
Yeah, probably.
Like far east.
Yeah. Anyway, not that important.
Yeah,
but,
totally.
So it's inside of an old Piggly Wiggly. So it's just a neat layout in the restaurant. Like you go upstairs, they have a little shop, and you can tell that it was a grocery store, like an old school grocery store at one point in time. But the food's really good. Have good brunch. There's a pizza place called Lily's, one of our favorites. Used to be a Durham location, but it closed.
It's great pizza. The Sir Walter Raleigh.
Yeah, that pizza.
I'll never forget that pizza. It was amazing.
So good. But yeah, lots to do right there, and all walkable from any of these neighborhoods. And speaking of walkable too, if you enjoy walking your pets, the 5 Points is one of the most highly rated pet-friendly areas in Raleigh. So just lots of sidewalks throughout. You can walk. A lot of these restaurants and bars are like pet-friendly, which is cool if you have obviously outdoor seating. Little parks throughout the neighborhoods and things. So just a fun place to live, honestly.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
So that is 5 Points in Raleigh. If you've watched any of our other videos that we've done, specifically the ones on Durham, we talk about a neighborhood in Durham called Forest Hills. This area kind of reminded me of Forest Hills, but in Raleigh, and a little bit nicer. So especially some of the areas significantly nicer, but it still kind of had that feel. So very similar. But beautiful area. If you want to be convenient to downtown Durham, or downtown Raleigh, excuse me, you're not convenient at all to downtown Durham. So it's not a place.
Don't live.
But if
you're not going to walk anywhere downtown Durham.
If you want to be convenient to downtown Raleigh, it's a great place. And you don't really want to be in the heart of downtown, but you want to be convenient. This is a great location. So it's going to be a good middle ground for downtown as well as North Raleigh, and kind of in the in between. But that's all we got on 5 Points. So thanks so much for watching today's video. Like I said earlier, I'm Zach. This is Cindy. And if you have not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the corner, and you can also hit the bell to be notified of every time we release a new video. That number on the screen, that is our number. So we put it there because we're licensed real estate brokers in the area. So feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions about the area, about real estate. We'd love to connect with you. You can text or call, whatever's most convenient for you. My email is below as well, so you can send me an email if you prefer to communicate that way. We can do that as well. And then Cindy is our social media master.
Yeah. You can also find us on social media, on Instagram. If you search the Honeycut Realtors, you'll see us there. We'd love for you to follow along. We put lots of fun local stuff on there. We'd love to follow you there. You can message us there as well, or you can find us on our website at Zach hates when I do that. honeycutrealtors.com.
Yeah. So you can reach us out on the website or any of the social media platforms. With that being said, today it's a beautiful February day. It's in the 50s. We already have gnats. Gnats are already back, and it's not even in the winter.
It was just one,
which is really frustrating.
Attacking Zach. So I don't know if we can say gnats are back, or
they're back.
Maybe it's just
they're back. If you're moving to North Carolina, you're ready for the gnats.
Maybe you need a shower or something.
Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see y'all next week.